So first of all, what's your
that
last name?
new
My last name is Kapowski.
How spell that for me?
Capowski.
Okay. So how long has racing been in your background? How long have you been racing?
Well, I've been racing since the late 80s, actually. Started off in local autocrosses, then eventually graduated into doing some lapping sessions, and then upgraded to doing track racing from there. And so, yeah, now I'm involved in the Chump Car series.
So we were wondering, what is Chump Car and why do they call it Chump Car?
Well, it's just inexpensive cars that are not highly modified. And so, like any old chump can do it. Just get a group of buddies together and build a car. It doesn't take a lot of money, and off you go.
So that's why they call it Chump Car, because anybody can kind of do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a race in a Chump Car, what is a race? Like, what are you guys doing? How many laps? How long?
Well, the nice thing about Chump Car is they're always endurance races. So they're not like short races, like 15, 30 minutes. So our races span anywhere from 7 hours to, there's some races down in the States that are even up to 36 hours straight.
But this weekend you'll be doing how long?
This weekend we're going to be doing dual 12-hour races. So it's 12 hours Saturday, we break for the night, and then we 12 hours again Sunday.
And the teams are made up of how many people?
Most teams, you're going to have like 4 or 5 drivers. They're going to be driving in 2-hour stints. That's the maximum that you're allowed to drive at one time.
Why only 2 hours?
It's very demanding in there. It's a lot of heat. It's like running a marathon.
Really?
It's unbelievable how tiring it is.
So you're losing weight behind the wheel?
On a hot day, I can lose up to about 10 pounds in a race. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you find so compelling about this form of racing? Is it that team kind of you need a team to do it? You need a team to win.
You have to have a team.
Yeah.
So
is that what you like the most about it?
It's you have 4 or 5, friends, family, whatever you can get together and pool your resources. Everybody has different talents, so you can call different talents for different parts of it, and you just get it together as a team and you celebrate as a team. No idea. Yeah, a long time.
Is it big out west as it is out east?
It's not as big out west. We have this one race here in Edmonton. They're looking to do more races possibly in BC as well. There's some more out east. We have Mo Sports, some big famous tracks, Calabogie. Down in the States, we have Watkins Glen, and all the famous tracks you hear about that you watch in the papers and in the news. We're there.
So you have access to all these famous races.
Yeah, you could be racing every weekend at another famous track.
Wow. What's the biggest one that when you were on there? I can't believe I'm here.
Watkins Glen was an experience. My home track, or one of my home tracks, Mo Sport, which is now the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, is another world famous track. It's the highest average speed track in all of North America. So
this must be an expensive sport.
It depends. It depends how expensive you want to make it. There's a lot of teams that you can tell they don't need to spend a lot of money, but they're going fast, they're having fun.
Do you think that may be one of the drawbacks for people that want to get into it? Is like, oh, it's going to be too much money.
That's always a drawback, but if you come out, you watch the race on the weekend, you're going to see, the variety of teams out there. So you're going to see cars that are basically bone stock, like they just have a roll cage, a seat, and they're off racing.
So tell us a bit about this car. What is it? Where it's from? How fast it goes? And what you have to do to it? So just kind of give us a little.
This is a Mazda MX-6, 94, 97. Sorry, this is a 97 Mazda MX-6.
Okay.
It's basically fully prepped for the track. It's fully stripped. It's got the roll cage and the seat and the harnesses.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of modifications to it to make it go faster because that's restricted by the rules.
Okay.
There's a point system that restricts how many modifications you can do. So it's basically got an upgraded suspension, the wheels and tires. The tires still have to be basically street legal.
Yeah.
So we're not allowed to run like expensive racing slicks to keep the cost down.
All right. Cool. Well, why don't you go around this side of the car and just show us what's in the cockpit here? We can
Sure.
shoot from this side. looks pretty souped up to me. It's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of it is the safety equipment. So yeah, we have our seat and our harnesses, obviously, to keep us safe.
Yeah.
And the roll cage, and then we have all of our gauges and the switches for controlling our various lights and wipers, and to get rid of the stock switches and everything. Then we have our built-in telemetry system. So while we're driving,